Better Man, the new biopic on Robbie Williams. So let's talk about it.
The story starts.
I'm loving angels instead.
Okay, so I've just seen Better Man, the new biopic on Robbie Williams, the rock star, the pop star, the entertainer. Now, this is a movie, when I saw it for the trailer for the first time, I was actually excited for this. I'm someone that grew up on Robbie Williams music. Now, I'm from Australia, and Robbie Williams is massive in the UK and massive in Australia. And I remember my mother used to play it all the time. So I know Robbie Williams songs. I love Robbie Williams. I think he's fantastic. And then I remember watching a podcast with him on the True Geordie one, and him, talking about all his, events that happened in his life. So I was really excited to see this brought to the big screen possible. And I really enjoyed this movie. I really, really liked it. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, why the monkey? Why has he got a monkey playing himself? And if anyone that knows Robbie Williams and has followed him and everything like that, it's perfect. It is. When I saw that and I saw the monkey was going to play him, I was like, that's straight up Robbie Williams right there. He's quirky. He's different. He's not your average person. And I thought having the monkey be him in this movie was a touch that made it feel like, okay, this has got Robbie Williams' fingerprints all over it. I know that this is going to be an authentic story of his telling because the monkey's there. And this is something he would do. So I know some people aren't going to like that. It is what it is. But for me, I thought it was fantastic. I thought that is up there. Now, the CG for the monkey, here and there, some bits, you're kind of like, oh, that's out of place here and there. But overall, it didn't, ruin my experience or anything like that. But what I really liked about this movie is it showed you the quick rise to fame for Robbie Williams. And how he was as a kid and what the events transpired that caused him to have this hunger to find fame, because this was the way that was going to fix everything. Getting to that pedestal, reaching the top of the mountain, getting there. Once you're there, the fame, the fortune, everything like that, it's going to fix all your problems. So you watch this rise, and then you watch him as he reaches that peak of what actually transpires in his life that gets him to the point where he becomes unbearable. He becomes a person that you don't want to associate. He doesn't become a very good person at all. He's consumed by the drugs, the alcohol, the fame, the fortune. He starts to go at people that are close to him that were there beforehand. All these events that transpired in his life, getting him to this one moment. And, there's this really, really impactful moment in this movie, and I love what they did with the song Angels. I thought that was brilliant because it's this 1-2 punch where, something's happening, and I think a lot of us can relate to moments like this. The ending of what happens afterwards, you may not have experienced that, but I'm telling you, we've all experienced our phone going off, and we just go, yeah, okay, I'll get to that later. And we never get around to it, right? So something happens like that in this movie, in his story that happened in his life, that leads to this big moment that, changes him as a person and makes him finally come to his, senses of like, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't it. And those moments that you think to yourself, if I had just done this instead of this, then I could have had this and not this. And it's this, oh man. And then the Angel song, I would be lying if I wasn't tearing up when I was that. Especially as someone that has had an experience like that. And that just hit me on a personal level. It really, really hit me. And I was like, I know exactly what that felt like. And that's what a lot of this movie, I felt like that. I was like, yes, that moment right there, it just, for me personally, was just another level. And I really, really liked that moment. And, I really enjoyed the musical numbers in this movie. I thought the use of his songs was so good. There was moments when I was listening and I was like, I was starting to sing the songs because I grew up on it, and I was singing it and I was really getting into it. The dancing was fantastic. I just, there was moments where I wanted to get out of my seat and just join in because I was so joyful in those moments, and it hit me on a level that I didn't expect this movie to hit me. I really didn't. And it's about the themes and the message of his life, of someone that, you know, has had such trauma as a kid and that, and then, you know, experienced some of the worst stuff you can possibly imagine with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And then, you know, coming to the realization of like, you're pushing everyone away. You know, this isn't what it was supposed to be, you know. And there's this beautiful moment in there where one of his close friends, who he knew before he was famous and everything like that, you know, he says to him, like, you know, yeah, I'm jealous of you. You got the ticket to you know, the golden ticket to fame, you know, fortune and that. You know, you got that. And he says this thing, yeah, I'm jealous of that. But everything else you can have because you got nothing. And I think a lot of us don't, like, we're so focused and so driven on success, money, getting there. We're so tunnel vision focused on that. And we think if we get a lot of money, we get a lot of fame, we get a lot of success, we're going to be happy in life. And it's normally when you reach that moment that you come to the realization of like, you're there and you're like, oh, I feel empty now. You know, and it's that moment where that's what happens in this movie, is he gets to that moment where it's like, I'm at the peak. You know, I've just skipped over all this journey that happened. I didn't appreciate the journey to get there. I'm now at the peak, and you feel empty. You feel like this is supposed to fix the hole that I'm feeling, and it doesn't. And I thought that was really, really nice. And then another theme is forgiveness. You know, and that moment at the end, you know, Robbie goes through this beautiful transformation, you know, when he goes to rehab and everything like that. And then you get to that end moment when he's on stage there, you know, all sobered and everything like that, like giving it all up. And he has this moment that was just really, really nice. And it just shows you like, yeah, people can do horrible things. But to be a better person, to be a better man, as he says, sometimes you just got to forgive. And I really, really like the messages that were told. I love the themes. I really, really enjoyed this movie quite a lot. And like I said, it might be because it hit me on an emotional level and on a personal level. Like there's a lot of things in his story that can correlate to mine where I went through tough things like that. So yeah, for me, I really, really enjoyed Better Man. I really liked it. So I don't think everyone's going to like it. I don't think so, but I liked it, so that's all that matters to me anyway. But I want to hear what you guys think, so smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe, and peace out.